I discovered this program a couple of years ago. So I've been in the business for a couple of years, and I absolutely love it. At the time, I was not only looking to really improve my own health. I'd been through a long journey of ill health myself, and with my daughter who had a chronic illness. So I was a pretty low ebb when I came across this program. But I was also really kind of becoming an empty nester and really looking at some ways that I could build a lot more going forward, that I could build a lot more freedom and fun and a different kind of lifestyle, and not kind of be tied to the job, the job, for the rest of my life. And I've become very passionate about sharing this opportunity with other people. Because I have seen, how much this can do for people. It's a completely, different way of working, and it's also, for me, it's very holistic. I feel like, the three pillars of abundance are your health, your time freedom, and money and wealth. So, for me, I absolutely love the fact that this opportunity just brought it all together for me. So I really hope this might resonate for you. And we've got some beautiful people on here today who are going to share their stories around how this opportunity has also really transformed their lives. So first of all, I'm going to hand over to the beautiful Tanya, and she's going to talk a bit about our program and our product.
Hi everybody, thanks Maxine. Hi, I'm Tanya, as Maxine said, and I was really blessed to accidentally fall upon this incredible program about 2.5 years ago, and it certainly has changed my life, because at the time, and I have since found out, that actually most of us are actually eating rubbish. When we think about it, there's about, most of the population now are eating about 70% processed foods, processed dairy, processed fats, and just processed rubbish. And only 30% of that is actually plants. So it's really, really scary to think how much our health has really been impacted when we think about how many illnesses there are in the world at the moment, how many kids are sick, how many people are sick, how many people are dying or have chronic or terminal or degenerative illnesses. It's just crazy how many people are at the moment. And a lot of it comes down to one simple thing: nutrition, good or poor nutrition. And so for us, really, what we're really looking at is our program. We have an incredible program that encompasses our body, our mind, and our soul. Every part of us really needs to be in wellness for us to be really well balanced and aligned. So yes, we can talk about just our body and nutrition. Absolutely, it's important, but so is our mind and so is our soul. And what our program is about, it's really about making sure that all those parts of our life are balanced and in alignment, so that we can grow them and the whole of us as well long term. So how our program works is every month we have a 10-day challenge, and every month we are focusing on a different part of our whole selves. So this month we're actually focusing on our body. So we're having a 10-day detox. And then next month, we're going to be focusing on our soul, where we're going to be really looking at gratitude and things like that. And then the month after, we're going to be focusing on our mind, where we're going to be really looking at mindfulness and meditation, all that kind of thing. So for this month, it's really much about our body. For most of us, we've just stepped out of our Christmas and New Year, and most of us have eaten way too much. I know I have, and not exercised much at all. And so most of us are ready to really clear out our body and give it a really good detox. So one of the things that we really support people to do is, instead of filling up their plates with 70% processed foods, we're really encouraging people to fill up their plates with 60% plants, 30% protein, and 10% healthy fats. And that is it. That's it in a nutshell, really. It's very, very simple. Because when we think about it, you know, every part of our body, all of those types of foods all fit our very important systems. So we have our healthy fats, which is excellent for our neurology, our brain and our nervous system. It's fantastic for our nervous system. And then we've got our plants, which is fantastic for our immunity. And then we have our proteins, which is great for our digestion. And so what we have found is, as a part of our program, is we have our beautiful nutritional support. And this fits really beautifully with how it is that we're supporting people and teaching them how to plate up, so how to eat what it is that they need to be eating on a daily basis. So when we think about our brain, so for a lot of people, they have adrenal fatigue. And adrenal fatigue is pretty much your nervous system is having a breakdown. That's pretty much what it is. And so if your nervous system is not functioning well, your digestion will not be functioning well. So you will not be digesting your food. So your immune system will be really low. And so all in all, your body is not functioning at all. And so what we have is we have our beautiful products, which are Juice Plus. And these are our gorgeous omegas. And our omegas are brain food, incredible brain food. So you will know that fish oils are really good for your brain. They help your neural pathways to function really, really well, so that all of our reactions are more responsive rather than reactions. Things start to get clearer. We start thinking better. We start feeling better. And so what these are all plant-based. So all of our products are plant-based. But what is so beautiful about these is that they are also a blend. So they give you not just omega-3, but also 5, 6, 7, and 9 as well, which gives you a perfect blend for your whole body and your whole brain. And of course, these are all plant sources. There's about 5 plant sources. We totally skip the fish. We do not need the fish. Algae is actually, fish don't have to eat the algae to get the omega-3 themselves anyway. And so we grow the algae in a really clean environment, and everything is cold pressed. So there is nothing in here that is heated and that actually can go rancid and create toxicity in our body. So these are really beautiful. Once your brain is functioning really well, your nervous system is functioning really well, then you are actually ready for your digestion. And when we look at digestion, this is your protein. And these are our beautiful protein, plant-based, full of superfoods. They are prebiotics, they're probiotics, and they are absolutely beautiful gut food. That is pretty much what they are. In 2 flavors, vanilla and chocolate. Vanilla's the best. But these are absolutely loaded with niacin, with B12, B6 and B12. So they give your body everything it needs to digest your food really well, to keep your gut really, really healthy. And the other beautiful thing about these is they don't have anything in them that your body doesn't recognize. So it's all 100% food and absolutely beautiful food. Really, really good for snacks. Fantastic for kids after school snacks, great for breakfast skippers or meal skippers, people that are on the run. They're also excellent if you want to put weight on, or even helpful for losing weight. So, and these are beautiful in smoothies and things like that. So, and absolutely delicious. And then of course, once you've got your digestive system working really well, what you want is you want your beautiful immune system to be working really well. So we have got our lovely, our beautiful capsules. Now these are our fruits, veggies and our berries. Very simply put, they are just fruits, veggies and berries that have been pulped at a really low temperature. They have been dehydrated and placed into a vegan capsule. And the reason why we've done that is so there's no oxidation that can get to them. So they are 100% efficient. When they hit your bloodstream, within 7 minutes, they go to where your body needs it the most. And so what you're getting is when you're putting all of these products into your body, you're creating an incredible vitality. You are creating a sustainable energy. And that is what your body is craving. It is not craving fast foods and sugars. It is not craving those drinks that give you that quick energy burst. They want something that is far more sustainable, and that's what this is going to give you. So long-term health is what we're looking at. The other beautiful thing about our products is, and our company, is they are the company with a heart, and they have created these amazing and yummy chews, and these are exactly the same as what is in the capsules, but these are in a true form for children, and every child can get these free between the age of 4 and 18 with an adult order. So that is pretty awesome. They are really committed to really supporting children's health now and into the future, which is just fantastic. I love that. So that is pretty much our program and our nutritional support in a nutshell. So I just want to share a little bit around why I kind of fell upon these and where I was in my life when I fell upon these. So I was feeling really unwell. So I had been really unwell for about 4 years. I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder. So I had chronic pain every day. And so, and also had a lot of pain in my hands, a lot of joint pain in my hands. And then of course I had adrenal fatigue and I had leaky gut. So I had a whole lot of awful things going on at the time. I was exhausted. And of course we talked about adrenal fatigue before. I was absolutely exhausted. So my body, no wonder I was so sick. I just was not able to digest anything properly. I just could not function really well. My hair was falling out. I had rashes all over my skin. I had constant viruses, cold sores, everything, thrush and all sorts of awful things. And so I went on this health journey where I decided that I was going to heal my body. And I didn't know how I was going to heal it because I was pretty frightened when my doctor gave me a list of foods and told me not to eat them and I would be fine and manage my autoimmune disorder. She also told me I was this far away from actually getting an autoimmune disease. So I had all the markers for an autoimmune disease, which was pretty frightening. So I decided that I was not going to go there and I wanted to heal my body. And I thought, well, fruits and veggies, right? If they're mostly on my list of foods not to eat, my understanding was they were actually really good for us. So I started researching and discovered the acid alkaline, and that we actually needed more alkaline foods in our bodies because sugar, highly processed foods, dairies, disease are all acid. And most of our body is acid when it's sick. So I started looking at that alkaline food, which is exactly what our program is. It's all plant-based. And so I'd already started doing this. Then I discovered I was allergic to gluten, so I took all of that in my diet. And then, of course, my diet was really limited to just plants and protein and healthy fats. So along comes this incredible program. And, of course, I've been on the program 2 to 4 days, and I started feeling incredible benefits straight away. So for me, this has been a massive health change. This has been huge for me because now I no longer get chronic pain. I no longer have pain in my hands. I have full of energy every single day. My skin is amazing. My hair is growing. I have to cut it every 4 weeks now instead of every 6 because it just grows so fast. It doesn't fall out in handfuls anymore. I don't get sick anymore. I'm just feeling so much better. I have so many people say to me, wow, you look amazing. What it is that you're doing. You look like I look 10 years younger than my age. So I'm pretty excited. I'm really blessed and really grateful to have had the opportunity to find this program. And of course, I got it free for my daughter as well, who was also really unwell with anxiety. And it's really helped to balance her as well. So she's in a really good place now. And this is 2.5 years ago. So really blessed to have found this. So I'm just going to pass you on over to Rachel now. And she's going to share her beautiful story.
Hi, thanks for that, Tanya. So yeah, my name's Rachel. I've been on the products coming up to 6 months now. So I basically fell upon the products. I was in a pretty sticky kind of situation, I guess. I was in the middle of I'd been working for the same company for 2.5 years, and I was looking for a new job, and I needed the support that was going to be able to support me to get there, basically. And at this time, I was already, I was tired. I really didn't have enough energy. My anxiety was quite bad going into, a whole lot of change. I'd struggled with really bad acne for the past as long as I kind of remember, and it had just gotten to the point where it was so bad that I tried everything. I literally tried every solution. Nothing worked, so I just put up with it, and it just became part of my daily life. So yeah, everything was just a really massive struggle, really. And I decided that I wanted to find something that would help me out, and I desperately wanted to get off my antidepressants. That was one of my big goals. And a friend of mine happened to be using our amazing program, and I saw what she was doing, and pretty much straight away I said to her, what is it you're doing? And she said, look, it's just whole fruits, veggies and berries in a capsule. And I said, that's it, that's cool, I'll take it straight away. I didn't really need to know any more than that. And pretty much straight away, my skin started clearing up. I started losing weight, which was good. My anxiety was a lot less. Even just little things like, I've got better energy levels now. It's easier for me to get out of the house and go for a walk and do things. My hair's even got healthier. Like Tanya said, it grows like crazy. I haven't had a cut in months, but it just grows, it just keeps growing and growing. And it's really become a journey of self-healing, and it's becoming, I've noticed for me recently, even other people have been saying, wow, you're looking so much better than what you did, a few months ago. And it's kind of like, oh, thank you. You're looking, but it's really become, mainly for me, it's been about my anxiety, my mental health, but with our program, obviously aligning with, our mind and our body and our spirit, that's really been the holistic journey for me, getting through all of that. So I'm going to hand you over to Tammy now. Thank you.
Hi there. Thanks, Rachel. Your journey's really awesome, and I've got to say your skin's looking really good lately too. I'm liking your profile pictures and things. That's really cool. It's really nice to see. Okay, so I'm just going to switch gears a little bit and talk about the business and the business formula that we've got here. It's quite unique, and just wanted to share a few ideas that people have about business and about this type of business in particular. A lot of people seem to have heard this story about it being like a pyramid scheme or something. Well, to be honest, my day job is more of a pyramid scheme. My boss is up here. I'm down here. Okay? This is how most businesses function. Okay? There's always going to be a CEO at the top. There's always going to be us little guys down the bottom, and basically, myself personally, most I've ever been paid was in the film industry, and I had to work 15-hour days for it, 15 hours plus. And so I sacrificed my family and everything for that. Not worth it. And there was nowhere further that I could go. I was as far up as I could go, really. Even the girls that were maybe getting more work than me, they were still on the same pay. Some had longer hours. In your average job, you're going to have a whole lot of workers down the bottom, and even if you get a couple of pay rises or go a couple of levels up, you're never going to be the boss of the company, unless you start your own business. Most other businesses out there cost a hell of a lot to set up. Some other franchises you might look at, you're going to have to outlay thousands before you even open shop or anything. Most people who open a store, they would have to buy all the plant and everything before they start. A lot of businesses, most successful businesses, the owner of the company probably won't make anything for the first couple of years. They're probably going to be sleeping in their office. That's how they make it work. We have a different model. We have a different formula here. It's your franchise is yours. You buy into it. It's really cheap. You're at the top of the pyramid straight away. This is your business. You can go as high up as you want. The other thing that I wanted to touch on here was that in this business, so instead of it being a triangle, we start off like this, and we're all down here at the bottom together, and we all go up at any speed that we want all together. Or, Rachel, who jumped on, I joined my daughter Rachel joined under my daughter. Rachel could supersede me, you know, in a month or two. And that's just the nature of the business. And we actually all help each other as well. So we would be excited for her, and we would hope to be right alongside her. And, you know, this is quite a unique thing. I don't see this in any other job. Film industry, for instance, I constantly have people on my back trying to take me down to get my job. Not fun. It was hideous. It's a horrible way to live. So, you know, I much prefer this model, you know, and I've still got a day job. I rep at the moment, and even there, you know, I'm never going to get to where my boss is at, and I don't want to. He's super stressed. He's just had testicular cancer, and he had like, 2 weeks off and back to work, and he's still not even the boss, you know. So, and me personally, I don't have the qualifications either. You know, I'd have to go back to school and re-educate myself to have UE or whatever it even is these days. I don't even know. I'm educated from back in the 80s, so I don't even have the degrees that you're supposed to have these days. So suits me. And also, I'm working on having less time out on the job and more time on my own little biz. So I'm loving this. I've got to speed it up a bit. So I just want to touch on one more thing. And that is that a lot of people think that if you start this business, you're going to have to go and hassle your family, your you know, your relatives, your friends, and anybody else that you know, and anyone that's sort of, you know, anyone that you come in contact with. I mean, to a certain degree, yes, we want to share it, but no, you don't have to do all the work. I started here. This was me. I added Hazel, and I added Roy Mata as my 2 partners when I started. Hazel added Rachel. Roy Mata added another friend. There's already 4 under me. I only added 2. That's how it continues, and it just snowballs out from there, you know. I'm adding another couple of people, they're adding 2 or 3 more, and then those people are adding them. That's all rippling back into my little triangle as well. So they're all part of my team, they're part of Tanya's, they're part of Kat's. We're all a team together, and we all help each other. And there's really no, you know, no one so far in the 15 months that I've been here has told me off, defriended me, or told me to shut up or anything about the business, okay, or about any of it. So no, that's a myth. That's my time up. So thanks for listening, and I'm handing you over to Kieran. Thanks.
Hi guys, I'm Kieran. Thanks Tammy for that. And a couple of reasons why I joined up as well. So I came across this opportunity, this gift, purely by accident. A longtime girlfriend of mine introduced me to Tanya, and from there we took the conversation, because I originally started via this amazing Plate Up program that we have for myself personally, because at the time I've just spent the last 25 years overseas, working my derriere off in an amazing industry. It was a wonderful adventure, but I was at my wit's end, working for somebody else, putting in extremely long hours and being on launch campaigns. You never actually do get time off. So you're actually on 24/7, 7 days a week, making sure you're actually looking after people and getting things moving along as far as the scheme goes. So like I said, for me, this is a gift that we have. It's an amazing thing to level up your life. It allows me to dream and to make those dreams a reality. So from going through the initial Better Body Challenge, huge skeptic that I was, because I've never been in business for myself and never actually thought about being my own president, CEO, boss babe, whatever you want to call it. So I jumped on and thought, whatever, I can do this, because it allowed me to see the freedom of choice for myself. It allowed me to have financial stability, to be able to work on that, to be able to travel. That's one of the things that I love to do. So my dream at this point is to have a laptop. I will travel. I will be sitting on a beach somewhere. Yes, I'll be drinking a cocktail, because I allow myself that. And running a business that is global. And the biggest thing, I guess, pay it forward for me, is that this business allows me to enable people to live a healthy, vivacious, engaged life, because we are covering, as Tanya said, a trifecta of all that mind, body, and soul. So without one not being complete, the others aren't. When everything is integrated and running as it should, that's where we get. So my business will allow me to spend more time with my family. I will no longer have to ask for time off. I don't have to do the 9 to 5 grind. I get to choose the hours that I work, which enables me to go out and live the life that we all want and deserve. So hence why, no brainer, give it a go. Love being in charge of myself, love not having to be responsible for others or to others, and just taking it to the moon and beyond. Thanks for listening. I'm going to hand you over to Maxine.
Thank you so much, Kieran. That is, yeah, 100% relate to everything that you've said. I'm just going to share a little bit about why I got into the business. I've talked a bit in the beginning about how I'm actually an empty nester. Prior to that, my background is that I'm a registered nurse, and after having my children and raising them till they were a bit older, I did go into private practice as a natural therapist. I didn't want to go back into the nursing profession. It wasn't aligning with me and my my need to kind of work with people holistically. So going into natural therapy was really good. It really did move me more in the direction of helping people in the way I wanted to. But I guess the biggest thing for me was when I kind of hit 50 plus, I was really looking at my life and looking at a lot of people, my peers of my similar age group around me, and realizing that you're kind of coming into a time of life where life's really precious. I'd seen a couple of my friends have chronic illnesses. I'd even lost some people to cancer. And I really started to kind of look at my life going forward and think, is schlepping off to work every day really all there is? Do I really want to do that? And I felt like, no, I actually wanted to build some freedom and some time freedom into my life. My husband as well, we wanted to do more things together. We want to travel now that we're kind of free to do more of what we want. So for me, it just did not make any sense to go start pursuing something which was kind of going to lock me into, another 20 years or whatever of being tied to a job or something that I didn't really give me that freedom. So and I, even though I was enjoying my natural health practice, I still basically had to show up to get paid an hour. I had to work an hour, so I wasn't wasn't meeting that need for trying to build in some time freedom. So when I looked at this opportunity, it made perfect sense to me. That was something that I could build in my own time, and I didn't have to sort of give up everything else. I could just start doing it now and just start building it and growing it in the time that I had. So that in 3 or 4 years' time, which is realistically how long it does take to build to a reasonable level of income that you can live on. And I was really happy with that. I mean, if I stayed doing what I was doing, in 4 years' time, I'd still be doing what I was doing, and I'd be doing it for another 4 years. So, this to me, to be able to build to something like that over a period of time, was just the perfect opportunity. And there are lots of other things that have come from this that I didn't really expect. I'd never expected the beautiful community that I'm now surrounded by. I feel so aligned with all the people that I'm working with. If I have a bad day, I've got so many people backing me and supporting me. It's like nothing I've ever experienced before. And in all honesty, it cost me virtually nothing to get into this, my own business. I had lots of expenses and overheads. This costs very little. And so there's no risk either. There's no risk. The only thing that you really have to invest is a little bit of your time, and that's another thing I love about it. So I could go on at great length about all the things I love about it, but I would say, you know, if whoever's sent you this video, do have a good talk to them. You know, none of us are trying to get you into something that you don't want to do. It's really an offering to you to see if this is something that could work for you, and we're all here to help you and support you if you feel like it is. So thanks again for taking a look, and we're going to sign off.